This video will demonstrate how to assemble your Hydrobike. It requires no mechanical knowledge or special tools other than a pair of pliers or an adjustable wrench. Your Hydrobike will be delivered in 3 large boxes, 2 for the floats and 1 for the bike, frame, and additional parts. During transport, the float boxes may be askew. This is normal from transporting and not an error from the delivery service, and does not damage the float. Assembling on a level surface will make it easier for everything to line up when it's time to fasten the pieces together, something like a garage floor or even your driveway. Assembling on a dock or the grass could end up with some lost parts. Here's everything that comes in the 3 boxes: 2 floats, 2 sideboards, a rudder and shaft, a handlebar console, a bike frame assembly, 2 cross support bars, handlebars, a prop lever, seat, seat post, handlebar grips, handlebar stem, and a plastic bag of hardware needed for assembly of your Hydrobike. Once everything is accounted for, it's time to get started. Lay the bike frame on its side. Locate the rudder assembly. Remove the collar on the rudder pipe by loosening the bolt with the provided Allen wrench. Then, insert the rudder assembly into the front tube of the bike frame by depressing the 2 spring-loaded buttons and sliding the rudder shaft up until the 2 spring-loaded buttons extend beyond the top of the bike tube. Next, fit the rudder collar over the top of the rudder shaft and tighten until snug. Do not tighten completely as it may need some adjustment. The next step is to connect the floats with the cross tubes. Lay the 2 cross tubes and 4 black knobs between the floats for easy access during this step. Locate the black square plug on the floats. This signifies the back of each float. Stabilize the float by standing over it and securing it upright with your legs. Fit the first cross tube onto the front bolt on one of the floats. Secure it to the bolt by threading a black knob. Do not tighten fully. Holding the cross tube, step over to the second float and secure with your legs again for the bolt to be upright. Insert the cross tubes onto the second float. Use a second black knob to secure the cross tube. Do not tighten fully. Repeat this step with the second crossbar at the rear bolts of the floats. The bike frame sits on top of the cross tubes. Set the base of the bike frame on the cross tube with the rudder at the front. Align all 4 holes on the base of the bike frame with the holes on the cross tubes. The bike will be secured to the crossbar in a few more steps. In the parts bag, locate the 6 bolts and washers. Insert the washers into the bolts to be flush with the bolt head. Repeat for all 6 bolts. We'll use 4 of these bolts now, and the remaining 2 in a later step. Remove the 2 black knobs on one side of the Hydrobike and place them aside but within reach. Notice the thicker edge of the sideboards is placed on the inside of the Hydrobike. Place the sideboard on the 2 bolts on the float. Check that the holes on the inside of the sideboard are aligned with the bike frame and the cross tube holes. Secure the outside of the sideboard by replacing the black knobs over the bolts fixed on the floats. Then insert a bolt from the bottom up, securing it with the black clamping knobs on top. Repeat with another bolt and knob for the rear of the sideboard. Repeat these steps for the other sideboard. Once all bolts are affixed with black knobs, tighten all knobs by hand with moderate force. First, remove the rubber sleeve from the bottom of the handlebar stem. Insert the bottom of the stem into the rudder shaft about 6 inches. Angle the stem to the front of the bike and tighten the bolt on the top of the stem with the 6mm hex wrench provided. Slide the handlebars into position through the eye hole at the top of the stem. Ensure the handlebars are perpendicular with the rudder. Tighten the bolt on the stem that is placed under the eye hole with the 6mm hex wrench. You can adjust the height and angle of the handlebars after fully assembled. To ease the hand grip onto the handlebars, smear a small dab of dish soap inside the rim of the hand grip. Place the hand grips over the handlebar ends by pushing firmly and slowly twisting until all the way on. Facing the front of the bike assembly, slide the slot in the center of the console over the rudder tube on the front of the Hydrobike. Console sits about ½ inch above flush. The console must be moved around a bit to ensure the bolts can be inserted. To secure the console to the bike frame, you will use 2 bolts and 2 wing nuts. Open the hatch and find the holes in the center slot of the console for each bolt. Press the bolt with a rubber washer through the center slot and secure with a wing nut. Repeat this for the second bolt and wing nut. Next up is installing the prop assembly into position. With one hand securing the prop assembly, reach down and loosen the black locking bolt near the rear hub before lowering the prop arm to an approximate 45-degree angle. Tighten the locking bolt with light force. Over-tightening this bolt could damage the locking bolt. Locate the lever arm bracket on the side of the drivetrain. To insert the lever into the bracket, depress the 2 silver buttons and slide in slowly until the buttons lock into the bracket. Test the lever's effectiveness by raising and lowering the drive unit. Insert the wide end of the seat post into the bike frame and adjust to a suitable height. Be careful not to allow the seat post to slide down into the frame tube. To tighten the seat post clamp, hold the bolt head with your hand or a pair of pliers while turning the lever in a clockwise direction for 2 to 3 revolutions. Fold the lever downward. If the lever moves with too little pressure or resistance, tighten slightly until the lever securely holds the seat post. Make sure the lever is pointed down when tightened and flush with the bike frame. Next, fit the seat onto the end of the seat post and adjust to a level position. Secure the nut with an adjustable wrench or pliers. For transport, press the prop lever down in a forward position, securing it in the left pedal strap. Both the rudder in the front and propeller drivetrain in the back are in travel position. Once in the water and ready to use, adjust the front rudder by depressing the spring knobs on the rudder shaft and slide it down. When removing the Hydrobike from the water or beaching the Hydrobike, slide the rudder up until the spring knobs release. The propeller drivetrain will also need to be lowered for use once you are in the water. Loosen the black lock bolt in the rear of the bike and allow the drivetrain to fold all the way down to be vertical. You may adjust the angle of the drivetrain for shallow waters or if you would like to beach the Hydrobike. You will need 2 people to move your Hydrobike. There are convenient handles located on each end of the pontoons for easy carrying. The Hydrobikes can be transported fully assembled in the back of a pickup truck or on a trailer. Before transporting, be sure to secure your Hydrobike with tie-downs to the frame of your vehicle. Now you're ready to enjoy your Hydrobike and experience your waterfront in a whole new way. Hydrobikes are USA built since 1990 with thousands sold in 74 countries. Send us pictures of you enjoying your Hydrobike to our Facebook page @Hydrobikes. For additional parts and accessories, please visit our website hydrobikes.com or call us at 1-888-403-9012. Enjoy your Hydrobike.